The story of Yvonne Ridley's conversion to Islam, starting from being a Taliban prisoner. Yvonne Ridley shares her experience of discovering Islam. He admitted that many people had the wrong view of this religion because of various propaganda. According to Ridley, he was not surprised when many media reacted hysterically to his consideration of becoming a Muslim. In fact, some of the comments in the article seemed to be cornering and cynical in tone. A journalist also accused me of suffering from Stockholm Syndrome because I was kidnapped by the Taliban for 10 days, said Ridley, reported by Islam Web, Saturday, 19/9. Ridley said that basically the spiritual journey he was on was a personal matter between himself and God. However, when it became common, he decided to share his experiences about Islam to prevent further misunderstandings. At first, Ridley became acquainted with Islam unexpectedly. At that time, he was in Taliban custody on charges of entering Afghanistan illegally. One day, during his detention, Ridley was visited by a cleric who asked him what he thought about Islam and whether he wanted to become a Muslim. At that time, he admitted that he was very scared. For 5 days I managed to avoid the topic of religion in that country. If I gave the wrong answer, I had convinced myself I would be stoned to death, Ridley said. After thinking carefully, Ridley was grateful for the cleric's offer. According to him, the cleric was not being pushy and said it was difficult to make a decision because he was in detention. However, in Ridley's heart at that time, he promised that he would study Islam if he was released and returned to England, precisely where he lived in the capital city of London. Days later, he was released unharmed on humanitarian grounds on the orders of Mullah Omar, the spiritual leader of the Taliban. According to Ridley, the kidnappers treated him politely and respectfully. Instead, he made a promise to start studying Islam. It was supposed to be like an academic study, but as I became more engrossed with each page, I became more impressed with what I was reading, Ridley said. Ridley also asked for advice and suggestions from several prominent Islamic academics, one of whom was Zaki Badawi. He was also given several books by Sheikh Abu Hamza A.I. Masri, whom he met after sharing the platform at the Oxford Union debate. Ridley feels fortunate to have received support and understanding from other Muslim brothers and sisters. None of them said he had forced him to become a Muslim. Although he felt no pressure to become Muslim, real pressure to move away from Islam came from some friends and journalists. Ridley said they felt uncomfortable with him, not because of bad attitudes or actions, but simply because of the religion he currently adheres to. You would think I had made a pact with the devil, or wanted to be the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, Ridley said of the views of those around him. Ridley also said that quite a few people suspected that he had been brainwashed. In reality, many Muslim women are educated and intelligent, even aware of their political role. Ridley wishes he had that kind of knowledge when captured by the Taliban. He wanted to ask the group why they treated their own women so badly. The Quran has made it clear that all Muslims, men and women, share equal values, spirituality, and responsibility, said Ridley.